They don't use it like that. They use the American way. You know how it happens in the cities. But in the countryside, they're still on abjadiyya. They still use the number system. They still learn with some old man taking his finger and sticking it in your mouth. Telling you where to make the sound. Okay? So we're the ones that lost the traditional way of learning. So we're going to get it back, you know? We're going to be like hippies, inshallah ta'ala. So McKean doesn't like that. Anyway. So no gunnah to take us by surprise. We're not going to have any gunnah dealing with lam as a tajweed rule. Okay? Now it says the canine and incisors inner up and on the right. Pay attention to what I said. Watch my pen. The canine and incisors. Here, the teacher is showing you exactly where and how you pronounce lam. A lot of people pronounce lam or think that they're pronouncing lam off just the tip of their tongue. They say la 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 la, right? That's what they say. But in actuality, lam is not pronounced just like that. It's on the edge. See, this is my tongue now. Again, my tongue. Lam is pronounced from using the edge of the tongue. What did I say? The edge of the tongue. Not the tip here. The edge. And I used the right edge, didn't I? Okay? So I said canine and incisors. These are your canine teeth, you know, the sharp canine teeth, and incisors, the choppers and stuff like that. Those are the canine and incisors. Inner up and on the right. They're the inner part of those teeth, not the bottom part. The inner part and on the right. Very light. So that tells us that there's not going to be any shidda in this letter, right? It's going to be tawassut, right? It's going to be light. So moderation in that placement of that letter. Jazakumullah khair. So now take your tongue, the edge, and press it on the side. Say al. That's the way we pronounce it. Al. You don't have to move your bottom jaw. People do that. They go, ooh. You know, you don't have to. It's not I'm just being serious. You do that because you think you have to. But keep it straight and just move your tongue. Al. See, that makes you feel the movement of your tongue. Because remember we say we're practicing. You move your tongue like this, and you place it up there. Al, al, al. That's what you have to practice. And that's the sound. And that's why it doesn't sound the same a lot of times. When people say, what happened to the L? It's something ain't right. You didn't place it up onto the right. In those inner incisors and canines. Very light. You can't do it hard. If you do it hard, you won't get a sound. Okay? So that says, the edge is where the lamb hides. See? That's when the sheikh because this happened to be a problem of mine. Because I say, la 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 la, off the tip of my tongue. And the blind sheikh that I used to study with in Egypt, he used to say, nah, that ain't it. Come close. Right over here. And then, okay, I got it. Because you don't realize exactly how to pronounce this letter. No one tells us. And then when we catch it, we don't know what we did to get it right. So we don't want to have that problem. We want to know exactly where it is and how to get it so it can't hide from us. We know what we're practicing. We're practicing to move our tongue up and place it to the right. Okay? Say al, al, Allah, billahi. You see now? Billahi. See, I see some people go like this. When they get it, they go like this. Billahi. Alhamdulillah. But now you know what you should be practicing. Okay? And that is the point with this right here. Okay, so it says, tawassatun and jahrun, fathun istifal, inhiraf, lamun, when with dalaqun say al. Okay, now look, it says tawassatun and jahrun. What is tawassut? Moderation. So, what this means for us, what is the actual practication of practicalication? Ugh. How do we apply this rule? We apply it by when we place our tongue, the edge of our tongue, up on the side of the gums, right? On the inner gums, we do it lightly. It's a gentle touch. It's not a hard touch. Like I said, if you do it with hardness, you will not get a sound. Say, go try it. Say, al. It's not to be done hard. It's light. Then it says, oh, subhanAllah. Tawassutun and jahrun. It's jahrun, loud. Again, you have to bring sound. Lam is one of those letters. If you don't bring enough volume, the sound is lost in other letters. And it's for that reason we have the lam shamsiyah. The letters, I didn't speak about this point, but you have two types of lam as it appears with other letters. Lam qamariyah, right? Like when you say al-Qur'an, that lam, you hear it. But when you say ar-Rahman or ar-Rahman, you don't hear it. You can't even say al-Rahman. You can try it, say al-Rahman. If you say it fast, it'll say ar-Rahman. You understand where I'm coming from? Because the lam next to the ra, that will be that complete idgham. Dakhala shay fi shay. The lam will enter upon the ra and you won't hear anything. But there are other letters that you can hear the lam quite clearly, like we say al-Qur'an. You hear it from the qaf. It doesn't enter upon it. So those are two. Or ash-shamsiyah, ash-shams. The lam goes away in those. And that's why we put a shadda on those letters to extend their sound so that the listener would know that there is a lam present in that word. Okay? And that the presence of that lam is to mean the. Okay? To mean the definite article of that thing. I don't want to confuse anybody. So we'll just stop right there. And we'll go on. Tawassutun and jahrun, fathun, istifal. Fathun is opening the mouth like a doorway. Istifal, the tongue has to start flat and it goes back to being flat. Al. And then it actually doesn't have to go back, but it goes from bottom to top, okay? Then it says inhiraf. Inhiraf is one of the sifat that has no opposite. We want to point this out because you're only going to see it in two letters, in the lam and the ra. Inhiraf means to, munharif is somebody who's playing on the side. He's some type of deviant. Okay? That's what we call him munharif. He's on an edge, playing both sides of the fence, riding the fence. Okay? What it means here as a terminology, it means that the lam sound, when you make it, it goes towards the makhraj of the ra. Okay? And when you say ra, it goes towards the makhraj of the lam. It bends back. Say our. No, don't move your tongue out. You say our. See the lam, your tongue, the tip of the tongue goes back towards the makhraj of the lam, right? And when you say al, your tongue, the tip of your tongue is like it's going to the makhraj of ra. You see that? Say al. No niyyah right there. Al. Now say our. Think about what the tongue is doing. When you say our, it's bending backwards, right? Say al. It's going forward, like it's going towards the makhraj of the ra. So that action is called inhiraf. It's inclining towards another makhraj. And this is why sometimes we in America, we pronounce it from a slightly different makhraj. Make sense? Okay. And with dhalaqun, dhalaqun is a type. Dhalaqun are those letters that come off the tip of the tongue, the edge. They don't have to be blocked off by the teeth and these types of things like that, right? Nah, excuse me?
The fly off.
Right. They fly off the lips. Now, let's go on. Meme. The next one is kalmun, is meme. Could we go to meme? My mother Mabel mastered math, manipulating meme. She multiplied and by my pots by 40, she had me. Tajweedul Meemun has 3 rules. This you all should know. Idgham, Ikhfa, Idharu. You'll learn them as you go. Meemun's makhraj is my mouth. By this I mean my lips. With ghunna and tawassutun, then jahrun, you can't miss. To make the meme more memeish, use a fathun istifal. Then dhalaqun to make the moves to make your meme more well. Meme. Again, when we started off this poem, the first thing that we noticed is that meme is pronounced in this whole sentence. It's one of those few odd cases that we got a whole sentence with just the letter meme, or just the letter that we were looking for. It states, my mama Mabel mastered math manipulating meme. Say that. My mama Mabel mastered math manipulating meme. So here, How many times did we say meme? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.